What's up guys, welcome to today's episode. We are on episode 8 of the comeback road. This week's episode is gonna be a weekly recap of 2 weeks out from the German Nationals. On 2 weeks out we decided to push my singles a little bit more and maybe find out what I'm gonna do for my second attempts on competition day. It was a roller coaster this week. I've had some good training sessions, some bad training sessions, as you'll see later in the video. This week didn't go as I expected it to go, but it is what it is, and I try not to think about it a lot and just keep moving forward and see what I lift on competition day. So as you already have seen in my previous videos, I squatted successfully 230 kilos for a relatively easy single. This week we decided to push it a bit more and do a 235 kilo single on squats. I went in training feeling pretty good. I upped my carbs the past few days, and I'm finally training in a maintenance caloric diet. Most of my prep I trained on deficit caloric diet. It didn't affect me too much, but now that I'm eating more, I feel the power and I feel the carbs kicking in. I feel more full. So here we are with 100 kilos. I'll try to go a bit slower this time and more controlled. As I've said, the warm-ups felt easier than the other training sessions I've had till now, and I'm moving pretty fast through the warm-up. Again, putting my competition sleeves on, and I really like them because they are not that elastic as other sleeves in the market, and that's I found that pretty good. Here we are with 180 kilos for a very easy single, keeping my technique clean. It was planned to do a 205 kilo single, then do a 215 kilo single, and then we would try a 235 kilo single with a 20 kilo jump. The 215 kilo single went okay, but not as fast as I wanted. The workout was pretty rough, but as you'll see, the rep was pretty easy, pretty clean, deep enough, and I'm pretty happy about that. And next up we have a bench press. If you see the mat on the floor, the black mat, someone in the gym decided to turn the mat the other way around, and there was a hole on the mat. Because of the hole, they turned it around, and I based my whole setup on that hole, and I wasn't sure what was I supposed to do and how to set up, but that's good because on competition day there won't be any holes on the floor. And I have to get used to my setup without using points. The weights felt a little bit heavier on bench press day, and they moved slower than usual, but they moved okay. The plan was to do a 135 kilo single, then a 150 kilo single, and then a 165 kilo single, and that should have been at a relatively easy RPE. You see now we got the bar loaded with 150 kilos. Concentrating. The weights felt a bit heavier than usual. And then we went for the 165 kilo bench. I haven't touched this weight since the beginning of the year, where I benched it successfully for a post single. But sadly, I messed up and I lost control. I was kind of upset about this because it should have been for an easy RP or an RP9, but I failed it and I cut my momentum. I try not to think about it and I just continue going forward and see if I can lift it or lift more on competition day. We'll decide with my coach what I'll do on competition day. And then we have deadlifts on Friday. So on Friday I managed to cut my thumb while cutting apples, and I took a pretty big piece of my thumb with a knife, and later that day I had to do hook grip. I had to pull hook grip. The wound healed okay until my training, and I did as much as double overhand as I could, so I didn't apply too much pressure on my thumb. And I have to say that until 140 kilos it was holding up pretty good. Now we have 100 kilos, checking my bracing, my setup, trying to not think about my thumb the whole time. I decided to widen my stance a bit, and I think that helped me. And now we have 140 kilos. The thumb is holding up pretty good. So then I decided to pull a single with 160 kilos. But sadly, my thumb exploded and I couldn't go further with hook grip. Then I put on straps. I couldn't squeeze my hand after that, and the weights felt heavier than they should have been. As you see, the 200 kilos, it was pretty heavy and it was one-sided. And then I had to do the top set with 215 kilos, which I tried to not think about my thumb and just push through and finish the workout. I did a double, should have been a set for an RP9. I didn't want to risk more and maybe tear up my thumb and not be able to pull on competition day. So I trained on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I'm gonna train again on Monday, which is gonna be my last training session. Then I'm gonna compete on Friday. I hope you like the 2 weeks out recap from the German nationals this week. And I won't post another training video until competition day. And I try to keep you posted. I will post on my Instagram and my Facebook page, the link for the live stream if you want to watch. And my group's gonna start at 18 hours or 6 o'clock p.m. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, because around 50% of my viewers are not subscribed, and the subscription is more helpful than you think. And I'll catch you next time.